The messenger, it changes, but the message is ever true. You see, the message is, it was, and it shall ever be. The message of love, of compassion, of kindness, of benevolence, of unity and oneness. The message of a God who loves you, who cares for you, and who seeks a connection and a real relationship with you. Now, we are the ones that, through our old beliefs, our old mindsets, and our old patterns, are constantly creating the life that we experience, the reality we live in. And we blame God for the mishaps, which are actually just repercussions of our own behavior. We blame God for the pain and the suffering that comes as a result of living a life of misalignment. God has nothing to do with that. He is not responsible for what you create in this reality. He lies in a reality beyond our physical senses. He lies within a reality that is beyond human comprehension. For his ways are far above ours. His thoughts are galaxies away from the average human thoughts. Therefore, to truly encounter God, we must come higher. We must rise above all these limiting beliefs and conditionings that we so tightly hold on to. For if God is love, oneness, and unity, then why are we not reflecting that? Why do we serve and honor a man-made God who causes fear, hate, division, destruction, wars, and separation? Why are we serving a God who commands us to disengage, to alienate, to slaughter one another for not believing in our version of a God who ultimately we all worship? You see, these gods are too human-like, full of anger, full of revenge, full of pettiness and jealousy. I'm not sure about you, but that kind of sounds a little too human to me. If God is truly beyond our comprehension, perception, and logic, then he is unlike anything you have ever sensed, felt, encountered, experienced. The truth is that there is another reality, a reality that we cannot perceive because we have fallen too far from the truth. And generation to generation, millennia to millennia, we stray further and further because we refuse to see the truth that the God we all serve, whether you are in the Americas, whether you are in Asia, whether you are in the Middle East, whether you are in Africa, no matter where you find yourself, no matter the social, economic, political, religious, racial separation divide that we see, no matter the assigned religion you have been given due to the demographics and region, there is not one path that does not lead to the ultimate reality. Therefore, if God is within you, if all things are made through and for him, if there is a slice of God within you, why would I separate myself from another who has a slice of him within them for being born into the seemingly wrong religion, into the wrong race, into the wrong class, into the wrong political party? A kingdom cannot be divided amongst itself. So why would God command us to kill, to hate, to separate ourselves from one another when we are all him? You and I, we are him in his likeness and image. You see, the God in me recognizes the God in you, despite the physicality, the economic, political, racial, religious divide that I see with my physical eyes. The God mind in me must bring forth the God mind in you. That is how we tune into the ultimate reality. That is how we begin to encounter the truth, the secret of all ages, which is that there is only one God, one creator, one source, and one origin, and only one ultimate reality. Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Krishna, God, Allah, Brahma. We are all speaking the same language. And instead of fortifying this Tower of Babel, let us go ahead and begin to unify our thoughts. For there is truth in every religion, and there is truth in every path. So let us begin to see past this illusionary physical reality that continues to separate us, that has been constructed to separate us. And let us begin to see through the eyes of oneness, through the eyes of truth, through the eyes of harmony and love, compassion, the eyes of virtue, the eyes of righteousness. And let us truly understand what these great leaders, prophets, and spiritual giants were actually speaking. Let us see how they all fought for unity, for the equality, and for the oneness of all that is. They were speaking what science tries to explain, what philosophy tries to describe, and what religion tries to grasp, that there is only one, and it is you and it is I. We hold the individual puzzle pieces, but we must come together to build the larger picture. We hold the individual puzzle pieces of a much larger picture. All paths lead to the ultimate reality.